If you're living in Lithuania and plan to be here for a long time, you may want to consider getting a car. This can make trips around the country and across the region more convenient and comfortable. So what do you need to know about getting a car in Lithuania? To find out, I teamed up with Stanislavas from 24auto.lt to compile all the information you need. So let's get started with all the places you can shop for used cars in Lithuania. The most popular car selling website in Lithuania is autoplius.lt. However, there are some additional websites worth checking out. There's autogidas.lt, autobilis.lt, and mobile.de. But for this one, you have to choose your location in Lithuania. There are also many cars for sale on Facebook groups and Facebook Marketplace. Additionally, you can find some cars at auction by registering as a bidder at autoa.lt. There are some open-air car markets, with the biggest in Vilnius, Kaunas, and Marijampolė. Most of these cars, however, are listed online, so there's no reason to go to these places if you're looking for a specific car, unless you just want to compare models. It's important to know that buying a reliable, used car in Lithuania might not be easy. Many of these cars can be in poor overall condition. You might also encounter scams, rolled back mileages, cars involved in accidents, and other hidden issues. If you compare prices with other countries, cars in Lithuania are among the cheapest in the EU. Most of these were imported from the Western EU. So is this magic? No. Apparently, sellers might just be importing the cheapest and worst cars. They then make them look good and sell them in Lithuania as very good. However, if a car is local, as in already driven in Lithuania, this may not be much better. That's because the Lithuanian climate is bad, especially for old cars, which can get rusty very fast. Many Lithuanians also don't service their cars properly, and they don't go to professional workshops. Owners might also resort to buying cheap parts and skipping important maintenance. And finally, many Lithuanians only sell their cars if there's a problem, or if they're not worth maintaining. So all of these things can potentially carry some risk. If you're a foreigner, you might think that EU or Lithuanian laws should be in place to protect buyers. In theory, yes. However, Stanislavas tells me that these don't work in practice. He tells me that no seller has ever been punished for rolled mileage or for submitting a false description of a car. Because of this, it's much better to check cars before buying and choose the best you can find, rather than buying the first car with your eyes closed. If you don't have your favorite model and you're just looking for a reliable and cheap to maintain car, then you can avoid premium makes and models. In fact, simply built and newer models will be more reliable than old and cool looking premium vehicles. With this in mind, let's look at various types of sellers. First, there are private sellers, which sell their own cars. The condition of these cars will, of course, vary wildly with each situation. Then there are companies which aren't car dealers. These cars tend to be in bad condition. That's because workers who drive them often think, "It's not my car, I don't care." This is especially the case if the vehicle was used as a taxi, delivery, or rental car. Next, there are illegal car traders, which pretend to be private sellers. These are the worst sellers, and you'll rarely find a decent car with these people. There are, of course, legal car traders, big and small. Cars coming from this group can be in any condition, good or bad. And finally, there are official dealerships. Although official car dealerships are a bit safer than other car dealers, you still can't trust them 100%. Some of them have been caught selling cars with rolled back mileages, or trying to sell previously damaged cars as accident-free. Some dealers offer warranties for used cars. However, this doesn't mean that the car is in perfect condition. And if it gets broken later, you may hear that the warranty doesn't cover this type of breakdown. So that's a lot of stuff to look out for. But that's it for our first video on buying used cars in Lithuania. There's much more information to cover in future episodes. And coming up, we'll discuss what to be aware of when buying a car, as well as the various technical and legal requirements for buying, importing, and registering cars in Lithuania. Since I don't yet drive in Lithuania, my sincere thanks to 24auto.lt for providing all of this information. 24auto has been inspecting thousands of cars across the EU for almost 10 years. So if you're looking for a vehicle and need a trustworthy evaluation and inspection, it might be worth contacting them to get some extra peace of mind. Well, I hope this video was helpful for your car shopping experience. Thanks for watching, good luck, and I'll see you next time.